Hello, I'm Amy Zawi with the Jerusalem Connection Red Alert Report for Wednesday, January 29. Whiplash in the news. Last week, 45 or so leaders from around the world gathered at Yad Vashem in Jerusalem for the 5th anniversary of the annual Holocaust Remembrance Day, which happens on the 75th anniversary of the liberation of Auschwitz at the conclusion of the World War II. Our mantra of never again. Within that context, some of the attendees were a bit suspect, and the BBC had the nerve in its coverage to actually compare Israel to the Nazi regime. Moreover, the German publicly funded news organization agency has seen a whistleblower amongst its ranks, noting that anti-Semitism is rampant in the organization, both on a personal level amongst the personnel and in their bias of the coverage of the Middle East issues, specifically the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. The Palestinians' daily newspaper, the Al Hayat Al-Jadida, the New Life, they printed an opinion piece the Sunday before the commemorative event, calling on its readers to carry out murders in Jerusalem to halt the upcoming diplomatic event. The PA authority published this op-ed, literally, quote, calling for one shot will disrupt the ceremony and one dead body will cancel the ceremony. While these opposing forces seem to battle in and out of public events and venues, the pro and anti-Jew and pro and anti-Zion sentiments, the governor of Texas, Greg Abbott, just last month received the Friends of Zion Award in his recent visit to Jerusalem. This award is from the Friends of the Zion Heritage Center and is given to world leaders for their exemplary support of the State of Israel and the Jewish people. Abbott's been the governor of Texas since January of 2015, and in his remarks, he is quoted as, "There are strong relations between Texas and Israel. Anyone who is an enemy of Israel is an enemy of Texas. Whenever anybody threatens Israel, we will come side by side with Israel to support Israel in any way we can." Other leaders who have received this Friends of Zion Award include George W. Bush and Donald Trump. You know, you may recall that one of the factors of BDS, boycott, divest, and sanction, in its movement is to have university systems throughout the West boycott interactions and partnerships with Israeli universities and academic agencies. Well, the antithesis of that has been producing a lot of fruit. As reported by Ileana Rudi at JNS, posted on United with Israel's website, in a move to foster academic exchange between Israeli and American universities, 28 professors from various universities and colleges across the United States visited Israel between December 26th and January 8th this past year. This is a time when most faculty and students are on their holiday or Christmas break. They traveled to Israel with the Jewish National Fund, JNF, Faculty Fellowship Program. To date, more than 300 full-time U.S. academics had participated in this fully intensive and paid-for program. They seek to link scholars from the West with Israeli counterparts in their respective disciplines for developing collaborations, research projects, authoring articles, and establishing other exchange programs between faculty and students. You will notice that this is the direct contradiction to what the BDS movement's goals and objectives are on college campuses. The program's goals are for the faculty and other participants to go back and share their personal stories, inspire people, and speak to groups. The BDS movement is suffering a complete pushback in their efforts with the success of this program. Recent professors to participate in include Michael Dutch, professor of business management at Guilford University in North Carolina. He is quoted as saying, "The world hasn't given Israel any favors. They haven't treated the Jewish population well, but Israel is a thriving country nevertheless. I do not know how you can come to Israel and not be impressed." Beth Coley, professor of environmental sciences at Allegheny Colleges in Pennsylvania, said that she left the trip feeling inspired on a professional level. Israeli grit, industriousness, and spirit of pride in Israel is noted in the respect of the people who come before them. Moreover, Professor Anito, who teaches biology at Texas A&M, he came away with, quote, impressed by the determination and hardworking people of Israel trying to change the world. He also went on to say that he intends to come back to Israel as both in a work capacity and a tourist capacity as often as he possibly can. So while on the world stage there are forces fighting against each other for the commemoration of the Holocaust coming to an end with the liberation of Auschwitz in 75 years ago, this month, and the forces opposing to disrupt that and to take away from the importance and significance, we also have organizations working tirelessly with educators and all of the people that they will reach in their network to show the truth of Israel and the truth of the Jewish people and really foster the idea of never again. Shavua Tov. Have a great week.